How much of this is about oil? I feel like it's not even speculating that much because when Trump gave his celebratory press conference about the raid, he openly admitted how interested he was in Venezuela's oil and used that as a justification for the U.S. running Venezuela for a while.
Exactly.
I guess how does that factor into, the way that we should be absorbing this story and what comes next?
I think there's no doubt that it's about oil. I think, Rubio then came out and gave a slightly more intelligible but equally aggressive interpretation of the invasion. First of all, he denied that it was invasion. He said it was a police action. This was an indicted individual. We brought him out. Trump, the way he says it is, that's our oil. They took it away from us. He's talking about a nationalization that happened 50 years ago, long before Chavez and Maduro, as many other nations around the world did. Post-colonial nations back in the mid-20th century, it became a thing to nationalize their property, and finally, in some cases disastrously because they didn't know how to run their economies. But it was important for the national sovereignty of those countries in the mid-20th century. The fact of the matter is, after a period of time, successive Venezuelan regimes, actually including Chavez and Maduro, invited back in some majors, including the U.S., American companies. But they didn't have the whole shebang. And I think Hegseth has come out and said something very similar, echoing Trump today, basically saying, that's our oil and we're taking it back.